Welcome to the Musar video blog. So I hope you're all having a great Pesach. I hope you're having a wonderful Chag. So we're coming to the last days of Pesach now. And we know that what happened in the last days was the splitting of the sea. The great miracle, the splitting of the sea. The Jews are standing there. In front of them is the sea, the roaring waves, whatever was happening back then. And they saw no hope. They turned around, and what was behind them? The Egyptians in hot pursuit. Quite a predicament. Of course, God did that incredible miracle of splitting the sea. But one of the commentaries, the Ibn Ezra, he asks a very basic question. He says, there was at least, we know there were 600,000 men, 20 and older, and not to mention younger people, older people, women, etc., children, to put them all together, a few million people. And the Torah tells us also that when the Jews left Egypt, they left armed. They went away from Egypt with all kinds of stuff. So they weren't just going empty-handed. They had whatever the ballistic missiles of that time were. They had the swords, they had the slingshots, or whatever it was that they had. But it says that they left armed. And how many Egyptians came in pursuit? Not that many. So Ibn Ezra asks the question, why don't we just turn around and why don't we fight these guys? There's so many more of us. We have weapons. There's no way that they can do anything to us. So he says an interesting answer. He says that because these people had grown up in Egypt in slavery, and these people were their masters, they somehow had this mindset that, no, we can't possibly fight them. They have control over us. They're our bosses. We can't fight them. They just never entertained the possibility of what, to many of us, seems obvious. And he concludes, therefore, that that was the reason why that generation couldn't go into the land of Israel, because they were under that sort of hypnotic spell that these are our masters, we can't do it. The next generation, who grew up in a more glorious state, 40 years in the desert with all the wonderful miracles, who didn't have this psychological burden, they could do it. So I think from a Musar perspective, that's also an important message that we can take to heart, is that sometimes there's things that we really could do, and we don't do it because we just don't recognize the possibility that we could do it. No, I'm not saying ridiculous goals. I mean, if I would say, okay, you know what I want to do? I want to become an NBA basketball player. That's ridiculous, right? I can't do it. It's not within the realm of possibilities. But there are probably things that I could do. And for whatever reason, because, that's just not me, or I just can't do it, or for whatever reason, I've blocked it out of my possibilities. And really, I could do it. And I can tell you, I've seen times in my life where I did things that I really never considered doing, but somehow it just came on my plate, and for whatever reason I said, well, maybe I should try it, and I did it. So we all have these things. We're all in our Musar pathways, and we all want to be in our growth mode, and it's worth considering sometimes when possibilities arise and we think, I don't know if I can do that, take a step back and say, am I fooling myself? Have I psyched myself out because I've just gone into a mindset that, oh, I can't do that. That's not me. I can't do that. And ask ourselves, maybe I could. Maybe I should. Maybe I really do have the capabilities, the wherewithal to make it happen. And maybe if I do, who knows? I'll be successful. And maybe I'll get help from above. Maybe the sea will split. Who knows? We should not sell ourselves short. There are things within our capabilities that we could do. We just have to expand our minds sometimes and get rid of that small-mindedness. And we will find that there are many things that we could accomplish. So I want to wish you again, for the second half of the holiday, Chag Sameach. Happy holidays. See you next time.